Hello everyone, welcome for this new tutorial. So today we'll have a look on how to rig a character with Rigify, an entire character with clothes, with the eyes, with the facial rig and everything. So first of all, let's go here in Edit Preferences and enable the add-on that we will use. I think we will not use any other add-ons. So you can go into the add-on section here and search for Rigify, and you will just have to enable it. If it's not here, you just have to go into extensions, search for the add-on and install it. But it should be there by default. So I'm using Blender 4.5.3. This is the last version when I record this tutorial. So here, first of all, let's have a look to this character. So this character comes from Blender's Foundation. Here you can download it into this page. This page here, blender.org, download demo files here, and you will find the human base meshes add-on sets here. So you can just download it. You see it's this character here. I did just add a few things on it, just a t-shirt over there and a short over there. So here we can start with this file, and with the add-on enabled, what I would like here is to have the good alignment before making the rigging. So first of all, let's have a look to the legs here. And we can see that here there's two articulations here. They are not exactly the same x-axis. So what I would like is from the middle of the knee to the ankle here to have something really straight here. So I would like this articulation to be a little more on the left, and I would like the feet to have a straight orientation to go directly like this and not like that. Okay, so that's what we'll do first before starting making the rigging. So first of all, let's go into edit mode into this object here. And what I will do, I will enable here the proportional editing, and I will just select into wireframe mode with D. You can see the shortcuts and what I use with the mouse here. So you can select this part here and make RZ just like that. Okay, like this, we will see that we can already align the feet just like this. Don't forget to enable here the X symmetry. Like this, you will have the same thing. And here we'll make a GX just like this. Okay, so to have the knee and the feet properly aligned. So this is very important to, if you don't make this, you will not have a good alignment, and you will not have the knee that bend properly when we will rig after. So yeah, that's it for this. What we can do as well here into the settings, into the viewport shading. So you can go there, enable maybe the cavity if needed, and enable here the random like this. Oh, not that one actually, sorry, this one here. So yeah, to have different colors between the different objects that we have. So I did separate the eyes as well. You can see I have an eye.l, an eye.r, and they have here, they have the origin point, so the little yellow dot here that is inside the point. Okay, so like this, it can rotate for this point easily. So it's the pivot point perfect that is centered here. So now we can start to work with the rig. So let's go there and add the rig. So you can make here the rig here and add an armature Rigify meta rigs, and you can use human. So we can have our rig, our human rig here. So what I would like to do here, I would like to enable in front. Like this, we will see always the rig inside here, the character itself. Now I would like to split my view into two. So to do that, you can just drag into the corner like that, and you will have two views. Or if you want, you can just go there until you have the double arrow and make a right click and make a vertical split. It's exactly the same. You will have two things. So here in the left side, you will go into front view, and here into the right side, you will go into the side view with 3. And like this, we can align the bones perfectly. So first of all, let's align the global scale. We can see that the rig is bigger than the character itself. So yeah, let's go and manage that. So we'll go into edit mode. We don't make any management into the object mode. We don't scale anything into object mode for the character or the rig itself. So it has to be with no, here I come to the items here. So no scale here and no scale for the character or the eyes or the clothes or whatever. Always the scale at 1. If it's not the case, you can make Control A, apply scale in object mode. So here, let's go there. And what we will do, we will go in edit mode and go with a 3D cursor pivot point. Like this, when I will scale in edit mode, it will not make this. Okay? It will make this. Like this, it will stay on the ground. So easily we will try to match more or less the articulations of the shoulders. Okay? So it's almost the same height here. So we will be good to go for that. And then after we'll enable the X symmetry like this. When I move an articulation there, it will move into the other side. So let's select this here and put them into the right place over there. And we can verify when we need here what we want to manage. So first of all, let's manage maybe the feet. It will be easier. So, okay, this one, we can put it here with GZ. It's not bad. Okay, into the side view, we can go there, and from here, maybe put it a little more with GY, like this. Scale this one up a little bit with the median point enable, like this, just to have, yeah, this kind of size might be okay. Then this one, we can push it inside here. And okay, this one will be inside the knee, perfectly in the middle. Same thing here, it looks good. For this part, we might put this a little here. This one has to be there. I would say that this is not properly aligned. It has to be more in the center. Okay. Looks better already. And this one as well. So when we are sure that bones are well aligned and that we will not use them, what we can do, we can hide them. So you can see we have some different groups here, and we can hide whatever we want. So we can hide things here, for example. Okay, and like this, it will not disturb for the rest of the management here. For example, for the hands, we will not have the big bone behind it. So it will be easier like that. Let's continue this here. We will have this bone that we can move a little bit here. This one seems properly aligned. So sometimes you see that some bones, they share a dot here, but they are not linked. So what you have to do in that case, you have to select like this, and like this both will follow. But this one is well oriented. This one is for the hand, this one part of the neck. I mean, all of this looks good in my opinion. We have nothing to do more. So we can remove the torso as well now. Yeah, it's perfect. Let's manage the hands and the arms. So for this one, it's already in the center, so we don't move it that much. Maybe this one a little bit here into the center with GY. Okay, good. For the hand, we will try to match as much as possible the shape that we have. So let's go and select everything, all the hand here. And yeah, just with G, with J, with G, sorry, G again, make a rotation, scale it up a little bit maybe. Okay, just to match the global shape that we have in front of us. Basically, the wrist has to be more or less in the middle here. And yeah, all the hand has to be a little more with GY over there. So it will not match perfectly the fingers for sure, but it will be already more or less in place. So now let's manage finger by finger. So first of all, let's manage the thumb here. So what I recommend in that time, just to place an articulation here and there. So like this, it should be perfectly in place because you have the two views. So like this, you are sure that you manage the right angles. And something else that you have to manage with Control R is the orientation of the bones here. You can see that we have a strange orientation. It will not bend properly. So to be sure to have the right orientation here, you can manage this by going here and enable the axis. So you can see the x-axis has to be on the left here, on the right side, sorry. So with Control R, you can manage the bone roll like that. And this part is very important. If you don't make it well, the thumb will act really strangely after. When you have one that is done, again, you can hide it with H, for example. Okay, and then after we'll manage the index. So here in front view, again, we push it into the middle. And then you verify here it fits well in the center. It's the case here. So again, this one over there, this one over there, and this one over there. So this is the most tricky part. It's the fingers and maybe the face is a little tricky to manage too. But yeah, you will see after it's really a gain of time. I don't know if you guys did manage already to make an entire rig. I will put a link in the description because I explained this into the full training for Blender, and you can learn how to make your rig yourself. But Rigify, yeah, it's really something that works very well for most of the rigs. And it's free, it's enabled in Blender by default, so let's use it. So again, I hide this when it's finished. I select this one here in front view, push it in the middle, and again. I will pause this part here because it's repetitive, and when the hand is done, I come back to you. When you have to manage the little finger here, you can switch the view here and use Control 1. Like this, you go from behind. Okay, so and like this, you just have to align again here the different articulations, and be sure here to use the Control R to manage well the orientation of the bone and has the same x-axis that matches everything. So good, I can make Alt H now. You can see that all the bones are perfectly aligned into the geometry of the character. So let's manage and switch to the face rig here. So what I can do, I can hide the arm. Okay, so the arm, FK, IK, I guess, the IK. Okay, there, and the hand as well, or the fingers. Yeah, exactly. So let's continue here. And so first of all, let's manage everything and scale everything up. I would say that the facial rig here, as it's a toon character, needs to be a little bigger over there. Then just in front view, so I will just make GZ to try to align as much as possible the nose here and maybe this part. And it seems not that bad. Okay, so what I would need now is to align this part over here. So let's go there, and we will have to manage the entire rig point by point, for sure. And again, when something is done, when something is already done and inside, you just have to hide it again. Okay, this one is good, this one is good, so this looks good, it's not that bad. Perfect. This one might be a little problem for us, so we'll hide it with H. And then after we will select all the bones here. So what I will do, I will make Control plus with L. I can select some linked parts. All of this is okay. So I will hide that. So be careful, some places are linked together. So don't move a place that is linked with all the bones, even if you hide it. So this place, I have to remember that I lock it and I don't move it after. So I will hide it this just to have something a little more clean, okay? So I will make the shin, this part over there, as it's just a chain of bone, easy to manage. Okay, so again, when it's done, I select it, I hide it. Same for the tongue. Actually, we don't have a tongue for the character here. Sometimes it can be useful. Okay, can hide this. This one is for the entire low part of the mouse here, so we don't have to manage it. It's for the teeth, the low teeth part, but we don't have teeth for this character as well. So I just hide it again, and now it's cleaner and I can manage this a little more easily. So what I can do in front view, I can select just the mouth part and just move it into the Z-axis, okay? And align it as much as possible with scale. And again, we scale a little bit here, maybe SX to manage it well. Okay, and push it a little inside over there. Okay, so this one has to be here and this one has to be there. Good, perfect. So we can continue here for the cheeks. All of this looks good. It's inside the geometry, almost on the surface, but not on the surface. For the top here, we can manage this part just by move it a little bit. It seems aligned for what I want on the side view here. So it seems good. I don't want this one to be selected, just that one. Okay, a little bit inside this one. Yeah. And again, we can hide what is already done. So this one here, there's two here with L, okay, and all of them here. We can hide everything. Perfect. So now I will manage the ears. So just with L, front view, scale it up, move it here. Not that complicated. Into the side view here, we can manage a few bones just a little more precisely, even if we don't search usually expressions for ears. Oh, it's really a strange character. Okay, good. Again, with LH. Good. For this one here, it has to be just above the eye, so somewhere here. Perfect. This chain of bone, we hide it again. And for this one here, we'll have to scale it up, scale it into the z-axis a little bit, and place it well, and then adjust everything here. So be sure that it matches well the geometry with GY. Okay, so this one here is well placed. This one is not bad as well. This one is okay. This one is okay. This one is a little too much outside, so I will push it back here. I try to keep something that has the same regularity, and everything looks fine here. So this chain of bone, we can hide it again. So now what is good is that we can manage the eyes themselves. Let's hide it. This bone is the bone for managing the rotation of the eye. So this root here of the bone has to be at the same place of the origin of the rotation of the center of gravity of the eye. So let's go and find this point first. So let's go in object mode here, select the eye, and you can see that if I go into isolation mode with numpad divide, I can select this loop here and make Shift S cursor to select it. Like this, the 3D cursor will be in the center of the eye. I will make Alt H, go back here into the global view with numpad divide, and I will come back here. Okay, so now in edit mode into that one, I can use this one and make Shift S, selection to cursor. So like this one will be in the center of the bone of the eye like we wanted. But now this one is a little bit outside, and I would like to push it now with the same orientation. So what I will do, I will use the 3D cursor as pivot point here, and I will make SX 0 and SZ 0. And like this, I'm sure that this bone is totally straight, and that's what I want. I would like to use Ctrl R to make a proper rotation over there, and we will be good to go. Perfect, so now I have the eyes that are done. I can make Alt H. I can re-enable everything that I did hide here, and I made the biggest part because it's the most difficult to align everything with the target. When everything is done, maybe this one has to be a little more here. When everything is done, I can make the rig itself and parent it. So this one is the meta rig. The object that I have is the meta rig. It's not the rig itself. The rig itself will be generated from the meta rig. So here, if I come back here, I will disable the axis, or it takes a lot into the interface. We have already a lot into the interface. And here, from the meta rig here, you can see that I have two options into the Rigify tab here. I have the generate rig and I have the upgrade face rig, because this meta rig uses the old face rig. So what we will do, we'll upgrade face rig, and we click on OK. So it will upgrade the face rig mainly. It did add a few bones. I would say that this one, the nose one, we will have to update it. So this one wasn't here. So maybe we can put it here into the side view. Okay, to be sure that we don't make any big mistake. And for the rest, we just have to generate a rig. You pray a little. You want. No, it doesn't crash. It doesn't crash if you respect the rules here. So you can see the new rig with all the shapes and everything well set it up. So what we will do here from this rig, we will just hide it. And if we see bad deformation or something like that, we can regenerate, remake a new meta rig, maybe change a little the position of a bone and regenerate a rig after. So this is what is good with that. So here, now we will select the character itself, and with Shift, we will select the rig that we just generated. And we will make Control P to parent the object to the rig. And we will choose with automatic weight. So what when Blender will make it, it will choose the weights as much as possible, and like this, the bones and the controllers can deform the character properly. Now, if I come back into the rig itself with Control Tab, I will access to pose mode here. And we can check a little if everything works well. So it seems that for the hands and the arm, it works well. For the hips and maybe the knees and everything, it works well as well. But the clothes, that doesn't follow. So for the clothes, you have two options. There's two options, might work better for an option or better for another. It depends of what you have created. So for clothes here that are closed to the character, you can sometimes just make another Control P like that with automatic weight, just like this, like we did with the character. And sometimes it will work. I think in that case, it works more or less properly. I come back to the median point here. And you can see that I don't have the character that goes out. Everything goes well. So yeah, it deforms very well properly. If you see that you have some problems here, the first thing that you can do, you can go into the character itself, okay? And here you can hide the parts that are inside the character's clothes. Like this, if it goes a little outside or inside, it will not appear. So what you will have to do that. So let's go into wireframe view, see a little more what we will have to do. And we will select loops that are inside the clothes. So maybe this one, maybe that one. So loop is with Alt left click and Shift Alt left click to have all the loops. Okay, so let's go there again. Another one here, another one here. Just verify here in the solid view that it will not appear over there. Good. So now that you have these loops selected, if you hide them and select the center with L, you will have here the selection that you want to not appear when moving. And there you can go into a modifier, add a modifier. You will go into generate and into mask. And you search for vertex groups. This vertex group, you have a lot that is already created, that are already created here for the rig itself, but we will generate a new one. And this one will be the hided or mask. Okay. So we have our mask here, and we will assign our selection to the mask. Okay. So like this here, now I can add this modifier and add it here to the mask. So by default, it will hide everything except the vertex group, but you can invert this here. And like this, you will have everything hidden inside the clothes. So this is a very powerful method to not make appear things inside. And the last method to help you there, because I know it's a little tricky, a lot of you asking me how it works. Here, what you can do, you can just go there and there. So select your object here and your object there. And you can go into weight paint. Okay. And here into weights, you can go there and search for transfer weights. And it will transfer the weights that are already in the body to this object. So we'll not make it here, and you can just have new weights that matches more the character weight. So in that case, I will not use it, but here it's the last method that I show you. but mostly here it will work with what I have. So here you can see that now you just have to test the just have to test the deformations and see if it works well. So first of all, let's go here into the rig settings here. And again, what we will do, we'll just enable in front. Like this, we see all the bones here. So this is the rig layers into the properties panel that you can manage the rig here. So you can hide the face, for example, or you can hide the torso tweak, the fingers, the details. So you can hide a lot of things for your needs. Okay, so yeah, very easy to understand and very comfortable to manage. So there is something that I have to make you understand. It's the difference between F key and I key and how to enable it and why enable it. So F key is something that it's a forward, okay? So it goes from here to there. If we just manage the arms and see the different bones, it goes from here to there until the fingers, okay? And so if I move a bone here, it will affect all the other children's here, okay? So over there, if I enable F key into this arm, here it's in I key, the invert, so a little like a puppet mode. But if I go there and enable the F key, so go there, now you will see that the orientation moves with the green ones. So you can hide the I key over there and the tweaks. And now your arm will move with this system, okay? And it works very well, no problem with that. But sometimes, let's say, for example, you will need the character to put the weight on something, for example. So let's say it will put the weight on a desk or something like that. So let's re-enable the I key and let's see why the I key might be the best option when you want to make this kind of thing. So I will enable the I key here and I will move here my character hands like this. Okay, so I will make rotation over there, an RZ like this, okay, and an RZ like that. Good, so you can see that now it's a little like the hands are touching something here in front of the character. So what you can do to have the same into the right side, you can make Ctrl+C, Ctrl+Shift+V, and it will copy the same on the other side. So now what is good is that I can move the character like this, but the hands will stay on the desk. Okay, let's imagine desks there. They will stay on the desk, and it's important to manage it with the I key mode like this. So for the feet, it's the same system, and as usually the feet are on the ground, it's always good, I mean 90% of the time for the legs, you will use I key here. So for the legs, you can hide F key here. Like this, it's a little more clean, and that's it. So yeah, and basically the blue spheres here, it's to adapt the shape of the character. Like it's a little stretchy if you want to use it like maybe something like this or like that. It's more for band and maybe make anime style animations like that, okay? But mostly for the foot, for example, if I select it, I move, the entire leg is moving like a puppet. Okay. Here, if you select this one and make a rotation, it will make a rotation and keep the toes on the ground. So, and if I go to the other side, it's the other side like this. So yeah, very easy to manage this way. You can manage the toes with the little circle here, okay, or manage here the rotation from the rotation on the foot from the center of the foot here. Okay, so yeah, very easy to understand and to manage. When you did move bones like this and want to come back to the original rotation and location, you select everything here and you make Alt R, Alt G, Alt S, and like this you are sure that everything is into the static pose. To manage the rotation here of the hips, you have the hips here, this one, okay? So you can manage rotation like that or rotation like this, okay? Can be very good to make some dance, okay? You put the knees like this, maybe feet here, okay? And very good to make some dancing like this, okay? So yeah, easy to manage. This one, it's just for the rotation, the entire rotation like this. This one is more for moving the hips. Okay, here the torso, okay, the shoulders, just like this. Here it's the same system than the legs with these ones here. You can manage the global shape, okay, the global orientation of the elbow, for example, or you can manage the rotation here. With this one. Yeah, the rotation of the shoulder, just like that. Okay, here you can push the shoulder here like this, and same this way, okay, with RZ, for example. Okay, and over there you have the facial rig. And for the facial rig, we have to manage the eyes that are not linked to the bones and not parented. So what we'll do, we select everything, make Alt R, Alt G, Alt S to put back into the original pose. And we will enable a few things to have something cleaner here because it's a mess over there. So what we will do, we will just disable a few things. Let's go here, remove the face. Like this, it will be cleaner. And let's go out from the rig in object mode and select here the eye, then the rig with Shift key, and with Control tab you can access this. What I would like is to enable here the deformation here bones that are inside Rigify. So here are the bones that manages the deformation, and the other bones that we control are all only controllers that are moving these deformation bones. Like for example, if I select this and move it like that, you can see the deformation bones will follow. And here we have to parent the eye that we did selected to this bone here, the one in the middle here over there. So we'll make just a Control P, just like this, and we will select to the bone because we want to select to parent the entire object. We don't want any deformation there. Okay, so let's manage it to the bone, and let's make the same thing into the other side. So the eye in object mode, here select the rig in object mode, Control tab, select here that one, and Control P over there, the bone. Now, what is good with this system? I can hide deformation bones, come back to the face, primary, secondary, if I want. Maybe secondary, I will keep it here. Oh no, let's keep it here. So what is good now, it's that I can manage really a lot of things and expressions with this facial rig. The first thing I can do is select the eyes here and move them where I want. As you can see here, the eyelids will follow more or less, okay, on top. So yeah, works very, very well. Okay, this one, to follow an object, is very cool. So I can manage eye by eye if needed. Okay, just this one. And I can manage some expressions. So let's say I would like to make him angry. So let's go there and manage the eyebrows like this with J. Okay, to make him angry like that. Oh yeah, he's not happy here. And maybe with the cheeks, we can push it up like this and push this up like that. Yeah, maybe close a little eyelid, just a bit like this. Yeah, no, he's really not happy. Good. And we can make the same thing here, or just make Ctrl C, Ctrl Shift V, depending on what you want. Sometimes it's good to manage the expression just side by side like this. You don't have an expression that's exactly the same from a side to another. Okay, so now he's not happy. Maybe we can push this on the top like that. Yeah, like he's really not happy there. And this here. Good. Some more open. So you can see that it's quite easy to manage the expressions with this system. If you want to move the entire mouse here, you can move it like that. If you want to open the mouse, you can use here this one here on the right side and move it like this, or make a rotation like that. Okay, like this you can just open the mouse very easily. You see that these expressions are really cool and works really well. Okay, so let's make him happy. Maybe change a little bit all of this, or maybe like the bad character that is smiling. He made a bad thing and happy of it. You can see that it works pretty well. So yeah, really cool system to make some nice here, some nice expressions into that. Okay, maybe this one is a little too high over there. Be better here. Yeah, and now if we hide everything, we can see now the pose here of the facial rig. So this is very cool with this system and works very well. So this is a little more complex rig, but so much versatile and usable, I mean, directly to manage your characters. And I would say that it will work really well as you don't make a mess with your modeling. So yeah, you can see the system for the eyes. To not deform it, you make Ctrl P and you make the parent to the bone of the deformation bone, on the deformation bone. And it will be the same, for example, if I need to add some hairs into this character, I would use exactly the same system. So that's it for this here little tutorial on Rigify, and I hope you did enjoy this little video. And yeah, don't hesitate to check the trainings that I make on the description, and I see you soon. Happy blending.